This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic.
Hello, bright soul. Thank you so much for joining me on another podcast. You all, it's nuts, isn't it? I hope you all are hanging in there. And oddly enough, I was coming back from running errands the other day, and a herd of deer randomly just ran into my car. It was the most bizarre thing. And you all know I've been doing a lot of shamanic work, and I looked up the messages of the deer and it didn't really resonate. So I have no idea. I'm fine. My car is a little beat up. It's looking a little rough. I'm not even gonna lie. And I was just shocked. I didn't even know what to do. All I could do was just scream. I didn't know what else to do. And it's okay. I'm gonna get it taken care of. It's just right now, if anything happens to a car and you have to get into the body shop, it takes a little while. So I'm getting my estimate next week, and this is just life. Life is lifing. But when these random things happen, it just makes me go, really? Really, universe? Really, dear? And then I thought to myself, I hope the deer are okay. I didn't see any fall. It was so weird, y'all. So anyway, I am just hanging in there just like you all are. And the way the world is very crazy right now. And so I thought this was a really good time to talk about something that we've been talking about in Patreon, and you and I have talked about it a little bit, and that is the Schumann resonance. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because over the last several years, I've really been diving into what's going on and how the earth herself is evolving. The earth is a living planet. And so I wanted to talk to you because this is an extraordinary time we're living in right now. And we chose to be here during this time. And I know sometimes we think, well, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have chosen that. But hey, our higher self has limitless access to much more than we do. So we just kind of have to trust it. So I know that a lot of times people feel disoriented by these changes, but this is a divine initiation. So, what is the Schumann resonance? It's the heartbeat of the earth. And in recent years, the frequency has been shifting and spiking in waves we've never seen before. So, I want to talk about why it's shifting, why we chose, well, I can't tell you why you chose to be here, but why it's a divine time. I want to help you shift it because I kind of get tired of people blaming everything on, oh my gosh, I can't function because, and I'm not saying it doesn't affect us, it does, but I just want to help you shift that perspective and flow with it. And also, I want to talk about how to work with these energies. So, what I understand, and I'm not an expert, but I have been studying it for the last several years, especially as an energy healer, because I notice when people get activated, it's really interesting. So when the earth starts to shift, people start really clinging really hard, and they think they're in an emergency. They're not, but they think they are. And that's when the emails and the reach outs start to pick up. And so I just notice patterns. And this is where I really started noticing what's happening with the full moon or if there's solar flares or whatever. So basically, for thousands of years, this heartbeat of the earth, it's the natural electromagnetic frequency that the earth emits. It used to be stable around 7.83 hertz. And this hertz is deeply connected to human brain waves, particularly we're in meditative and relaxed, calm states. But in recent years, as Mother Earth, who we live on, is expanding and she's evolving, it's been spiking. So when it spikes, sometimes it goes beyond 100 hertz and it stays at these higher sustained frequencies for little periods of time. I mean, think about that. That's a huge difference. 7.83 to up to 100 hertz. So this just means that the vibration of Earth is rising, and our bodies, minds, and our consciousness are also having to adjust because you all know if you go into a deep meditation and you're blissed out and you go around other people, that affects them. Your increased aura and your vibration affects them. You and I also know when we're in this blissed out state and we go around someone who's negative, it affects both of us, the negative and the positive. And we all, as energetic beings, and most of us are very conscious, we notice that. So we're stepping into a new energetic paradigm. And a lot of people are reporting feeling like time is speeding up. Well, when I've been doing a lot of studying, time actually is speeding up because the vibration is quickening, it's speeding up. So, also, this comes with heightened intuition. People feel like all of a sudden they have an aha, like an awakening, and they feel a stronger connection to their purpose and what really matters, which is important. So, I want to say this is not something to fear. It's something to celebrate because the earth is evolving and we are also evolving, and our soul chose to be here right now. So we're ready for the shift. And the shift's going to happen whether we want to or not, whether we feel like it or not. I mean, we live on this planet, so it's going to happen. And I think I shared with you a little bit, but in 2021, when my father passed away, I started randomly coming upon Dolores Cannon's teachings, and she was a hypnotherapist. She was a hypnotherapist and a regressionist. She's not in the body anymore, but she spent decades guiding people through past life regressions. And through her work, she uncovered this message about the earth shifting to a higher dimension and how humanity has a choice to evolve with it or stay. So, this is the new earth movement. And the new earth is just the higher vibrational version of our planet. And so you hear a lot about that in the spiritual community. And she's not, I mean, it's lots of people talking about it. And I've listened to so many perspectives on it. And I was listening to one of her regressionists say that, the Mother Earth, we're like fleas on Mother Earth's back, or like ticks on Mother Earth's back. And I think Dolores said that once. I mean, she's going to do what she does. We're just here. She's agreed to let us live here, and her frequency is going to change, and we can either choose to move with it or we can choose to just fall off. So some people move into this new frequency very naturally, and other people struggle. They hold on, the dense energies, like it's painful. And as you all know, when we are doing energetic work, when our frequencies are expanding, in the Bible, it talks about not pouring new wine into old wineskins. You have to cleanse yourself. You have to prepare for those higher energies to come down because the physical vessel has to hold it. So, this is why over the past several years, I've really been harping on doing your spiritual practice and cleansing. This is one of the reasons why I switched out of Reiki. Reiki is still a great modality. I know some people get offended or upset. I still use Reiki sometimes. Reiki is a great modality, but I started being called to the cleansing. The cleansing aspect is missing, and working with higher frequencies with different colors and different techniques, because we can't just do there's some core stuff that works, but we're evolving. It's going to require new energy, stronger techniques. And the longer you're on this path, a lot of you will start to notice that, unless you're not supposed to this lifetime and it's all perfect. So, in any case, so a lot of us healers, light workers, highly sensitive souls, we came here, and this is Dolores Cannon's work, which I just resonate with. We came here as volunteers to help anchor this higher vibration. So, this is probably why you feel called to expand your consciousness, heal old patterns, and step into your highest potential, because this is your soul answering the call. And this is why I'm here with you right now. This is why I do this. This is why I've created the downloads on my website. This is why I've created Patreon. By the way, I think I'm going to let Patreon go just because I have to take some things off of my plate, and I'm going to talk to Patreon about that. It's more, it's not, I love it. I love doing it. It's just, I too I got to free myself up a little bit because I'm also anchoring in this energy, and I am working in the federal government right now. And so you can only imagine the type of energetic taxing that's going on. Just the energy of it is so exhausting. So I have to give myself a little bit of grace and space. So back to the topic. This is what I want you to know. You were chosen to be here during this shift, and you are equipped to handle these higher frequencies. And this is an incredible time of expansion, growth, and transformation. And think about it. Many ancient civilizations spoke of this time. If you actually kind of dive in, and it's kind of like brain candy, it's kind of fun to dive in. The Mayans talked about it. Countless spiritual texts predicted this massive energy shift, and it's it's the same thing among different religions, because I know in Christianity they say, oh, it's the rapture. In the spiritual community, oh, it's the new earth. And sometimes people say, oh, it's the 5D from the 3D. bottom line, no matter what you choose to call it, there's no fear of the changes. Embrace them. We're stepping into a more heart centered, intuitive, and connected way of being, which is what you and I both, everyone here listening to this is what we live for. We love this. And also, as the energy increases, the vibration increases, manifestations happen faster. We have the power to create our reality with our thoughts, our emotions, our energy. So, the question is, how do we align and work with this energy instead of resisting it? And I know you want me to tell you something brand new, but it goes back to the tried and true of grounding yourself. That's the first thing, ground yourself. That way you can stay more balanced. The energy is speeding up. It's like a tornado going on around you, but you're centered in the eye of the storm. So if it's warm, you can walk barefoot on earth. You could use grounding crystals as long as you cleanse them. Hematite, black tourmaline, those are good ones. Grounding foods really help. Root vegetables like potatoes. You can do nuts, warm herbal teas. Those things can really help to ground your body. A lot of us that do this spiritual work, we tend to be up in the ethers. We tend to be so out of our body that we really need that grounding. It's a ritual really, but sometimes if you're not able to like ground through the earthing and the crystals, eating grounding vegetables because they came from the earth and they hold the prana of the earth, when you eat them they ground you. So the other thing is we want to focus on energy flow, not energy blocks. So this energy is meant to be embraced, not resisted. If you feel overwhelmed, move your energy. Dance, do yoga, shake your body, release the stagnant energy from your physical body because this physical body is holding your soul. And also breath work. I know you guys are like, oh my God, you and your breath work. Yes, deep belly breaths. And you can tell yourself a mantra. I'm inhaling light and I'm exhaling old density. Sometimes the mantras really help to push the energy out and make it more powerful. Also, if you need to cry, journal, create, transmute the energy, let your emotions out because anytime you try to hold it in, it gets stuck. So you want to create avenues to release stuck, dense energy out of your body and make your wineskin fresh and able to hold this new energy coming in. The other thing is strengthening your intuition. As the Earth's frequency rises, we're moving into a more intuitive, multidimensional state. This is why we talk about the 5D. We're moving to the 5D. It is a more intuitive, multidimensional state. So, spending quiet time listening to your inner voice. Oh my gosh, the weekends. Oh, the weekends are so blissed out when I don't have to go anywhere right away. I get to wake up early. I don't have to go to the gym that morning. So I can first move a little bit and I can do my walk later and I can have some tea or some coffee and just sit in solitude. It is so amazing. And that's important because this is how you get your downloads and your information. Also, if you're one of those people that get your messages through your dreams, you can have a dream journal by your bedside. So that way, when you wake up, you can write it down, see if there's any messages there for you. And then you can meditate, of course. Automatic writing is sometimes really helpful to just tap into that higher wisdom, let it flow out. You know, I'm a big meditator and breath work. Those are just non negotiables. And it just helps so much to create that habit and that avenue to get your intuition really, really strong so that you can hear your messages. And protect your energy. I think that's one of the biggest things right now, especially when the world is a mess, is not everyone is adjusting well to these changes. You and I both know this. And so you may notice increased energetic sensitivity. So, as we always talk about here, doing shields and cord cutting are really helpful. And you don't have to do anything formal. You can just put a light around you. Put yourself in a golden bubble. I mean, honestly, just that, when you have a strong visualization and a ability to just put yourself in that state, that could be all that you need. And try to limit your exposure to draining people and negative media. I know it's everywhere right now. If you could limit that, it's so helpful. And then high vibrational tools like sound bowls, Palo Santo, any high vibrational music, even my energy healings can really help to just pull in that higher frequency, help you embody it, and push all that negativity out. The other thing is being conscious about raising your frequency because your thoughts and your emotions directly affect your energy field. one of the things I've really been practicing more than normal is gratitude, shifting into the high frequency states by focusing on what I love and all the things that are going right. Because there's a lot of things going wrong. So I want to focus on all the things that are going right because I know that my energy is powerful. Also, consuming high vibrational content, books, what you're listening to right now, podcasts, music, teachings, things that inspire you. I've even been really shifting my music and listening to more manifestation centered music, music that's even higher vibrational, that even has words, so that I'm using the words and putting myself in that state and also speaking it out. Whatever feels right for you. And then surrounding yourself with like minded souls. Community really helps during shifts like this. People that are thinking like you, that see things the way that you see, and they want to be optimistic too. And then the other thing I wanted to say is really tap into your soul mission because you're here for a reason, and the world needs your unique gifts and your unique light. So, one of the things I wanted to say is just ask yourself, what excites me and what feels aligned? And do more of those things or make steps toward doing more of those things because this is the time to step into your purpose, even in small ways, and trust you are being guided toward the highest timeline. We all are. That's why we're here together. So let's go into a healing before we close up with some closing thoughts. You can uncross your arms and legs, and I will turn the healing on. Okay, and so it is. You can come back into your body. And again, you are here for a purpose. This is a sacred time to be alive. And instead of fearing the unknown, embrace the magic of what is unfolding. We're evolving, we're ascending, and you do have the power to make this shift one of joy, ease, and expansion. Breath work really helps with this because when I'm feeling contracted and tense, breath work helps me to expand. So, the other thing I wanted to share is just ask yourself, sometimes these questions really help to shift. They help your mind and your soul try to create these answers. So, I really like these questions. How can I work with this energy more consciously? And what small shifts can I make to feel more in alignment? These are some things that I've been asking myself, especially as it's so tempting to get hooked by all of the things going on. So, honestly, our alignment is our power, staying aligned. So, that is all I wanted to share today. I want to thank you so much for all your support and for being here, for sharing your light, stepping into your divine power, being a part of this community. Together, we got to just keep rising, keep expanding, and trust the journey. And I wish you a beautiful week. Take care. Bye bye.